Thursday, January 25th, 2024. We are at Bitcoin block height of 827,393. And I had to say that stuff about 5 times to myself because I don't have it written down. What is the Bitcoin block height? It's how many blocks have been mined roughly every 10 minutes in the Bitcoin blockchain since January 3rd, 2009. 827,393 blocks, ladies and gentlemen. Tick tock, next block. Now, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about in this video. Oh, one more thing about Bitcoin. You can buy 2,500 Satoshis today. Satoshis, which is a divisible unit of Bitcoin. You don't have to buy a Bitcoin for 40,000. You can buy a divisible part of Bitcoin. You can buy 2,500 of them for $1. A Satoshi is 100 million units in one Bitcoin. So they're very, very small. But it's only 21 million, ladies and gentlemen. So every time you buy Bitcoin, you're buying a piece of the finite pie, the world finite pie for the future. Study Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. So we got a lot of things going on. Vivek Ramaswamy is in Las Vegas, I believe. I saw a tweet from him talking about Patriots in Vegas and everything else. And let me tell you something, man. If I was Donald Trump, because everything's about the art of the deal. If you haven't read that book, that's a great book by Donald J. Trump. The artist formerly known as the not racist Donald Trump, because he wasn't racist until he became a president. But anyways, in the art of the deal, he breaks it down. What I would do if I was him, I would pick Vivek Ramaswamy all the way. No questions about it anymore. Will he? I don't know. But this is what I would do if I was Donald Trump. I go, look, man, I want my my lineage and my his lineage, I guess, his name to live on, right? He can't appoint his son as the vice president, right? So if I was him, what I would do, I say, look, Vivek, you're brand new. Nobody knows you in politics and everything else. I can make you a big name, and I'll make you president on one deal, on one condition. You make Donald Trump Jr. your vice president for the next 2 terms. That's a pretty good deal. And let me tell you something. Those two have been buddy, Junior and Vivek. They're in Vegas right now. They were with the guy from the pawn shop, Pawn Stars, the father that lost his son, man. Oh, that was a terrible story with the fentanyl and everything else. You know, I'm all for personal responsibility. And I know people personally that have died from the fentanyl situation. But let me tell you something. There are people that have died that were not drug addicts, because it's everywhere. And maybe I'll get into that in this video or on another video, but it's a shame what's going on the border, man. Governor Greg Abbott, better late than never, okay? It's better than not to be late at all, but better late than never for what he's doing with the barbed wire in that little section. He should do that for the whole border. All the states should be doing that. All the border states, New Mexico, Arizona, all of them should do it. And Governor Kristi Noem, the real pretty one from, I think she's from South Dakota, Trump's maybe VP. She's got some scandals going on, though. A lot of people saying allegedly she slept with one of Trump's guys. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's probably why she won't be the VP. But I wouldn't mind looking at her every day. She's a nice looking lady. She was on Fox News today, and she was talking about, hey, I will send barbed wire down there to you. I'll drive it to you. People are sick and tired of this shit, man. Anyways, let me not digress. So that's what I would do if I was Donald Trump. I would say, Vivek, listen, you'll be my vice president for 4 years. You'll be the president for the next 8 years. You will have the White House for 12 years. And so will Donald Trump. He'll have it actually for 16 years because he has his first 4 years. And then he'll always be in the White House as long as his son is there. And he'll be an advisor over his son and Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek Ramaswamy, let me tell you something. There is no one in politics, or maybe in the, I don't know about in the world, but that anybody on TV that can mess with that guy. Did you see the interview he did with Charlemagne the God, or Charlemagne the Fraud, I like to call him? That guy, let me tell you 3 people I cannot stand. If you're new to this channel, let me tell you 3 people I can't stand. My name is Jerry from Jerry Loves Freedom, by the way. I hate a white liberal, I don't like white liberals, okay? I don't like professional victims. which is LeBron James, and Charlemagne the fraud, and I can't stand a race hustler. Okay? Charlemagne the God is in between a race hustler and a professional victim. Now, what are these people? You know what a white liberal is. A white person that tries to give a black person pity because, you know, they need our help. We need their help, excuse me, because there's so much racism going on, and they'll bend the knee to black people and all this other garbage. And then a professional victim, somebody making a bunch of money, but they're still a victim. Black people got it so bad and this, that, and the third, but they got millions of dollars. Don Lemon and, you know, there's a lot of them. And then you got the race hustlers, man. People that just do nothing but make money off of hustling racism. That's it. And that's what Charlemagne is. Not a full race hustler. He's in between a race hustler and a professional victim. He's a millionaire. He's a multimillionaire. Because a lot of people listen to him, unfortunately. Okay? I want to say some more stuff, man. Charlemagne is either the stupidest motherfucker. He's either the stupidest person on TV. He's playing dumb, like he doesn't know anything, and he's really, really smart. Or he's just he's a plantation supervisor, the Democratic plantation, okay? The Democrats, now again, I'm not doing the Democrat-Republican thing. I'm just talking about the Democrats in this situation, because Republicans ain't no better, okay? But I'm talking about Democrats right now. The Democrats have a plantation. If you do not fall in line with what they say, with racism and victimology and anti-Semitism, transgenderism, whatever ism they go for, or whatever you don't say, you will get schooled. Charlemagne the God is now coming out and saying that Joe Biden is not a good candidate. He doesn't have this and he's not that. Well, why'd you vote for him? And why do you always talk good about the Democratic Party? Why don't you call him out? Now you calling him out 3 years later? You voted for Kamala Harris because she was a black woman. She's not black, by the way. But that's why you voted for her? And then when you try to be funny with her, again, the plantation, she checked your ass, Charlemagne, the fraud. She checked you and said, what do you mean I'm not the president? He's not the president. I'm not the vice president. We are, blah, blah, and checked him. Just like Biden did in 2020 when he said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Right to his face. And I was a split screen. He wasn't in the studio. And Larry Elder called him on it. Pierce Morgan called him on it. And now you had the great Vivek Ramaswamy on that stupid show for the second time, absolutely making Charlemagne the fraud look like an idiot. Did you see that interview? Just pull up Vivek Ramaswamy Breakfast Club. Or better yet, if you're on Twitter, follow Vivek Ramaswamy, man. I'm telling you, that's a good follow, by the way. And if you're not on Twitter, get on Twitter. What are you doing? Now, I'm just saying this like I've been on it. I just got on it last year for the first time because I don't really do a lot of social media. Again, guys, I'm not a YouTuber, man. I know I got a YouTube channel. I know I'm sounding kind of whatever, but I'm a dude, man, that just is trying to wake these people up. You know what I mean? The thing about the Democratic plantation is they want to put out a narrative, and you have to stick to that narrative. If you don't stick to that narrative, oh boy, you will be punished, ladies and gentlemen. You will be punished. And there's a lot of people. Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, is learning the hard way. You saw what happened to him after he was talking about immigration is not good and we need more help from the White House. You see stupid ass Brandon Johnson, woke mayor Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson is the worst mayor, Chicago mayor, in the United States, maybe in history. You went from Lori Lightfoot to Brandon Johnson, who was more progressive and more woke than Lori Lightfoot. I thought Lori Lightfoot was the worst. You know why they voted for him? Because he's black. Jesus. Because he's black. I am going to make a video to my black brothers and sisters, okay, soon. And I'm going to tell y'all, man, y'all got to get your head. Anyways, Vivek Ramaswamy should be the vice president, hands down. Period. End of story. That guy, well, he goes on anybody's show. I don't care if it's Republican, Democrat, independent, a gamer show, sports, whatever. This guy will school anybody. He is a walking constitutionalist. He's a walking American history teacher, walking history book or whatever. This guy knows something about everything. He wrote the book, Woke Inc. and everything else. He's one of those people that if you say something to him, it just sticks in his head. And he works hard, he studies hard, and he's smart as hell. He's a genius. This guy is, and he can communicate. He's a great listener, and he can communicate better than anybody I've ever seen, man. He's better than Barack Obama, and Barack Obama was good. I don't like him either, but he was a good communicator. He is Barack Obama minus the bullshit on steroids. Except he actually came in with his own money. He's not going to be bought and paid for. Also, what I would tell if I was Donald Trump, what I would tell Vivek, I say, look, man, you need to give me credit every time you're speaking about this and that when you become the president. They'll write it in the contract, because he's already doing it. You want this? Vote Trump. Vivek at the rally the other day. You want to end inflation? Vote Trump. Trump was loving that. I love Donald Trump, but Trump is so easily. It's easy to earn his favor. All you got to do is kiss his butt, and Vivek will do that. You know what I mean? Again, Vivek don't need to be doing this stuff, man. This guy's almost a billionaire, if not a billionaire, but he wants to change this country. And if he has to kiss a little ass to Donald Trump to save this country and his children's future, hell, I would do it. If I had Vivek Ramaswamy's skill set, you know what I mean? I can't be no politician, guys. I've had people say that. Oh, Jerry, why don't you? No. I wouldn't last 5 minutes. Okay, because I would be going. Like Vivek Ramaswamy up there with Charlemagne the God, and I got to give him credit for this. He knows Charlemagne the God is full of shit. He knows that. But he went up there, and it was nice, and Charlemagne was trying to bait him and say stupid stuff that only, the urban, black, white dude that's trying to be hood, that hood mentality, talking, real dumb and dumbed down. And he was trying to cut Vivek Ramaswamy off when he was talking articulate and actually making sense. Vivek, he's getting there. He wanted to go off on Charlemagne. He didn't. See, if I was up there with Charlemagne, I would have torn your ass. Don't ever invite me up there. I'll make you look stupid, boy. You best believe that. And the thing about men is this. When you're talking to a man, and I'm not no tough guy, okay? But when you're talking, ish or shit to a man back and forth, you know that it could get physical, right? And I'll go there with him. And I'm not saying I'm trying to challenge him to a fight or nothing like that, but I know good and well you ain't gonna be talking to me like I'm an idiot. The reason why I can't stand people like him is because he's setting black people back and he's dividing the country all at the same time in the name of racism. See, there's a thing called supply and demand in economics, right? There's a supply of something, then there's the demand of something. The demand is high as hell for racism, ain't it? That's all they talk about on CNN. You see Fannie Willis with the allegations with the male prostitute that she hired for Donald Trump. Guess what her answers were to, the money, spending the money, going on the trips and this and the third. Her answer was to that? Nah, man, I shouldn't have did that, or no, those accusations ain't true. Her answer was, you guys are racist and sexist for saying this to a black woman. Again, man, supply and demand. And in the racism world that these people from CNN, the Crime News Network, and MSDNC try to spit out at us or spew out at us, the supply is low, but the demand is high. That's why people like, what's his name, Juicy Smollett had to do that bullshit a couple years ago in Chicago. If there was this much racism like they say, where's it at? And again, if you have a color screen here, you're not looking at me on a black and white TV or a black and white phone. You see what color I am. According to them, I'm a victim. I'm oppressed. I'm oppressed. LeBron James is oppressed. I cannot stand LeBron James. Okay? He's oppressed. He's a professional victim. And that's why I can't stand people like Charlemagne the God. Because you're setting them back to say, hey, look, forget what you can do on your merit or meritocracy, what you can do despite your skin color. No, you can't do nothing because you're black. What kind of What kind of message are you sending, man? Just so you can get a paycheck and get paid on and stay on the Democratic plantation? But he's not a Democrat, though. That's what Charlemagne the fraud says. I'm not a Democrat. Yes, you are. All you talk about is racism and slavery back then. That's why Vivek absolutely schooled him on that segment. Please go and watch that. It's going to be frustrating as hell. But Charlemagne, people are starting to wake up to people like Charlemagne and all this other people. He is a complete moron. People like that. Him, Messy Jackson, Al Sharp Tongue, Al Charlatan. People like that. What's that other dude's name from the Young Turks? You know him. Dr. Richie or whatever his name is. You talking about a race hustler. Then the guy with the dreads or whatever. I watch some dudes, and then you got the black dude that looks white. You know who I'm talking about. Anyways, these race hustlers, man, they to me, they are the bottom of the barrel when it comes to black Americans or Americans, period, in this country. We have so many things trying to divide us, and you're going to use racism as that? Can you imagine all that work my grandparents did and your grandparents and everything else, white or black, it doesn't matter. Martin Luther King and what they did through the civil rights movement for you in 2024 to cry racism and victimhood and you're oppressed. Get the Anyways, guys, that's just my little rant for today. On a side note, thank God for Governor Abbott. Good job at the border. You got my support. We'll see what happens over the next couple of days. But stand your ground, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not talking about violence, YouTube. I'm talking about just standing your ground. Don't let nobody come in and infringe on you and your freedom or your house. It's your job as the governor, because governors, by the way, they're like presidents of those states. It's their job to protect their people. And you, as the federal government, is going to tell Greg Abbott or any other state in America, these United States of America, to say, we can just let anybody into your house and kill them with fentanyl, and you got to house all these illegal immigrants. And I'm not saying they're bad people, but military-age men. What do you think they're letting these people in for? Joe Biden and the people that are above Joe Biden that are actually running this country are showing you what they care about. And they care about, they're anti-American, ladies and gentlemen, okay? That's why I am America first. That's why I will vote Donald Trump 100 times out of 100. I will not vote for, what's her name? Nikki the neocon Haley. She's a Republican. For you guys call me a Republican, I am not a Republican. I'm an American. I'm a veteran. I'm a Bitcoiner. And I love God. And I'm a family man. I like Vivek Ramaswamy. I like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I like Tulsi Gabbard. I don't give a shit about being a Democrat or Republican. All I care about if you're American first. And if you don't love this country, get the fuck out. That's my standpoint. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Forgive my language. Forgive my little vitriol. But I got a funny feeling, guys. There's some bad things coming down the pipe. And stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I love each and every one of you. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.